ultimately God, give him thanks. We get kind of an unexpected gift, give him thanks. Show our gratitude. A fundamental aspect of true discipleship is to merely give him thanks and praise. And because of the phrase, when evening came, prior to the bringing of others for healing, many suggest it could represent a Shabbat. It surely could, since the practice of medicine was forbidden by rabbinic thought on the Sabbath in Yeshua's time, as evidenced throughout the gospel accounts. They kept fussing at him any time he healed anybody on a Sabbath day. However, we find that in the other synoptic accounts, this follows a healing already conducted in the synagogue on a Sabbath. In Mark 1:29 through 31 and Luke chapter 4:38 through 39, this incident follows the driving out of a demon on a Sabbath from a man in the synagogue at Capernaum. Presumably, this healing takes place on that same Sabbath, says Dr. Carson. So he goes home after the basic service where they heal the demoniac, and he heals this woman as well. And so it would indicate Peter's mother was also healed before sundown on the same Sabbath day. Because in Yeshua's economy, the Sabbath is for man's well-being, for his shalom. It would be wrong not to heal someone on the Sabbath and give them wholeness, rather than to let them remain in that state. Verse 16 says, when evening came, they brought to him many who were demon-possessed, and he cast out the spirits with a word and healed all who were ill. All he had to do was give the command, and they would leave. Let's take a look at the other accounts. Mark 1:29 through 34. And immediately after they came out of the synagogue, they came into the house of Simon and Andrew with James and John. Now Simon's mother-in-law was lying sick with a fever, and immediately they spoke to Yeshua about her. According to what we read in Matthew, nobody said anything to him. And he came to her and raised her up, taking her by the hand, and the fever left her, and she waited on them. When evening came after the sun had set, they began bringing to him all who were ill and those who were demon-possessed, and the whole city had gathered at the door. And he healed many who were ill